Where's the sound trip ever taken?
Maybe I smoked something. Shaggy, what did you give me?
My beautiful wife, and she's great, and I love her. Okay, I'm just gonna remove it so it stops doing that.
Fucking cuck who came over and was just talking about how much he loved Indiana Jones and how great these movies were, and now he's fucking on a podcast with me. Instead of individual orbs and shaft, it was the bulge. There's a bulge, yeah. Before time began, there was the bulge.
Hey everybody, it's Jokey here. I just wanted to come in and give you guys an extra little video as a send-off. We'll be back, as we said, we'll be back in a couple weeks. It'd probably be like a month, 6 weeks, month and a half, maybe 2 months. You're going to have Oddcast episodes. I bring it up in the show. But I just wanted to tell you all, thank you very much for listening. We very much appreciate all of you who do listen to our show, whether you're listening on podcast platform or you're watching it on the YouTube side and getting a video version for whatever reason. It's not that special, but we thank you. I try to add some extra stuff in there. And yeah, just stay odd, stay happy, stay true to yourselves, and we'll see you all when we get back. And just remember, if you don't, I'm going to send Pinker Nutter to suck off your toenails, spoil all your milk, and then maybe leave you a little surprise in your pillows. So stay odd, stay happy. Goodbye, everyone.
Welcome back to What an Oddcast / Jokey has bad taste / last lost episode. I'm your intro man, Maverick, and cause I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go.
I'm the one in the bottom corner. I'm Onrefni. I don't have a song prepared.
The closest you'll get from me is I'm Cerebral Paul, and I'm, I thank God every day that I'm a country boy. That's about it,
Good pull. Good pull.
Well, I'm Jokey Pants, and we just keep on rolling, baby. Welcome to Oddcast.
Hello.
Oh, what a got a show for you guys today. We got a finale break. We're gonna be taking a break for a little while after this one.
It will in fact be a show.
It will be a show. And you also may notice I'm not in the usual office. I moved everything out here because I have to pack everything up and clean anyway. And I was like, I'll just get everything where it's easier for me to fucking pack it. So just doing it out here now.
I'm being honest with you, didn't even notice. But that's just on me, probably more than anything else.
I did because I was really concerned what the fuck is that, like, Wookiee with dragon legs in the background. And why is he eating Squirtle?
Oh, you mean Ernest the emu? And he has my wig. So I just put that in there. So no, it's been an interesting year. I've been here in Guam. I've done some things this year that I didn't plan on doing. Things just kind of happen. It's been an interesting year. I hope you got
a shot. Oh, sorry.
No, so I mean, see, we had predictions about some movies and shows, and I don't think we were always correct from some of the clips.
I'm like 0 for 7. I'm trying to put this in for people who don't play Silent Hill or are bad with them. It's fucking like, okay, hey, Captain America. We love Captain America. This is a Captain America movie. It's fucking great. We're gonna give him batarangs because that's also from the superhero genre.
The only correct weapon that I would allow cross genre from DC to Marvel is if fucking Captain America whipped out a fucking batarang.
Yeah, like it would be cool. People would love it. Everyone would be like, "Oh!"
Here at the Oddcast Network, we are pro giving Steve Rogers fucking batarangs.
Dude, he'd kill someone immediately with that. He'd be like, "A knife I can throw that returns to me."
It's gonna be fucking wild. We're out here just in the Wild West, just making shit up, so it's fine.
Fucking I was so confident going into Fantastic Four, and I was so wrong.
We were all very wrong. All the MCU stuff we seem to be close, but no cigar on. So I'll start off the episode with so last episode, last time you guys listened, Onrefni gave me trivia about Scream. And you know, we did a whole thing with that, and I had a whole thing of I hope 7 turns out good, and I had some hopes. And then I watched it. And I wanted to die because it is hands down the worst piece of garbage it could have ever made. And it's to the point that even the fandom as a whole is like, this is the first time this franchise has legitimately done a cash grab movie that did absolutely fucking nothing to further anything in this franchise.
They did grab a lot of cash last weekend. I will do this.
It did get a lot of cash. Because I heard people talk about like we because even I've talked about it. We give Scream 3 shit, but at least Scream 3 tried to do something to further it, because they're like, at least Roman was Sydney's brother, and it tried to give more plot background, so it did something. Spoilers for Scream 7 for everyone, because this movie is not worth it. It is so bad. The killers have nothing to do with fucking anything. They are 2 people who have nothing to do with fuck all. In fact, when the killers get revealed, you literally go, who the fuck are either of those 2? I don't remember them in this movie at all. And it's true, because all 3 killers they use, one, you don't even know who the fuck it is, because he's just some random dude. And then the other 2 they reveal were people who are in it maybe a total of 5 minutes. And that's it. And you know the reason? You know the reason they were trying to kill Sydney this time?
Can we guess? Can we all take a guess before you just let us
Take
know?
a guess.
Because again, as someone that knows nothing about this franchise and thought you were talking about the Scary Movie franchise for the past 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. I was like,
probably
wait,
a
I
fair.
thought this was going to be funny. It's not funny. Is she like a long lost relative of someone, and it's a curse on the family? Or would that make more sense than what? Yeah, right.
That would have made more sense.
Given.
That would have made more sense.
Is it because Neve Campbell is old now, and they just don't want to have her in the movie?
I don't
Close.
like the way.
That's honestly really close.
That.
So the first killer gets revealed, and it's the
I guess I don't
intern
get a
from the
guess. He's not used to
Yeah,
me being on the show. He just
Yeah, let
blow right that
Cerebral
ball.
Paul
Well,
go.
Sorry, Paul. You go ahead. Paul. You go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot Paul's on the show. We have an extra person this week.
I would have thought it would have tied into one of the previous killers somehow, like a relative who's pissed off that she got him killed or something. Because I mean, I know from the interwebs that there was talk about bringing one of them back in some form. Yeah.
Oh boy, did that make me the most mad of this whole. That was the biggest atrocity this movie committed.
I haven't, to be fair, I haven't
So-
seen the movie yet. It hadn't hit those special sources for me yet. So
It's
I
not,
ain't
it's not
paying
worth
movie theater
watching.
prices. I ain't paying movie theater prices to see it. So
I mean, technically, I didn't either. Thank God, because it's.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I
We're all
would've-
good legal boys and girls.
Yeah,
and
we all-
all
no one-
Good
do.
legal citizens.
We've never broken a crime. I don't even know what a drug looks like.
Marijuana? I don't know what that is.
The only
Yeah.
pirate flag I fly is the one of the One Piece flag, so we're all good there. The straw hat pirate flag is the only pirate flag I fly.
So Paul's correct. They did tease about bringing back killers that had been in And all the killers that we've known of were already signed. We knew they were in the casting and everybody was curious. So let me go back and start with this movie was a 10 out of 10 because they brought back Stu, which is Matthew Lillard, who was one of my favorite characters in the first movie. He was the reason that I ended up liking the first movie, and it was my first introduction to Lillard. I just really enjoy the character he did there. And they brought him back. And they showed that he's like older, he's all scarred up on the face because he had a fucking TV drop on his head. So it's like, oh sweet, they're like, we're really getting into it. And you get to the fucking end of this movie. So the first killer that's revealed is a mental ward patient who's not in the movie at any other point other than until he gets run over and they reveal who he is. He's a third killer, so there's your killer twist, which leads him to a psych ward. And we get to the psych ward, and they have a whole fucking story of that Stu survived that night when the TV fell on him, and that he had somehow wandered around. He got picked up, was made a John Doe, went to a psych ward, and that's just where he had been all these years. And it was vague enough to where I was like, there are some issues with it, but considering that it's been like almost like 30 fucking years since he would have ever been seen, it's at least an explanation. It's at least something to go on of how he would have come back, whatever. And like somehow he managed to whatever. And they find that the paperwork says his body was never buried. So it raises the question, did he actually live and has been whatever this whole time? And they give a whole story and it makes it believable. And Sydney keeps getting calls from Stu the entire movie. And it's Stu on video call taunting her about shit. And the ghost face is very brutal, which kind of like what they did with 6, where they had a more serious tone, where like the killer was very in your face and the kills were just very brutal and over the top. That I very much enjoyed. There were a lot of creative shit they did. And I was like, cool. Second killer gets revealed at the end. And it's the fucking intern from the psych ward. And he just teases you even more because they have TVs and you see Stu's face and then you see Roman's face and then you see Billy's mom's face and they're like taunting Sydney that she's killed all these people and ruined all these lives, blah, blah, blah. So then the guy teases him and he goes, yeah, so Stu did this whole thing, right? But then he goes, do you really think Stu's alive? And the second killer comes up with the ghost face mask, and I got real excited. I'm like, oh, yes, we're finally going to do it. They're going to do this fan theory that's been there since the first movie. Fuck yes, they've teased this in almost every movie, and they've almost done this. Cool. And then it's some random fucking person, and she goes, you didn't think Stu was really alive, did you? We've been using AI deep fakes this entire movie. Fuck you, fandom. He's actually dead as shit. All of them are dead as shit. And we're two random people that you don't even know who the fuck we are. But basically, she's just an obsessed fan who read Sydney's book and felt that Sydney's book told her that if someone's ruining your life, kill them and start a new life. So she did.
Isn't that what you did while you're in Guam?
Yeah.
You don't need to know where to look. So
Yeah, we do. Guam.
So, yeah,
No, we don't.
By the time they get there, he'll be gone. So
that may or may not
good
be
luck
true.
looking in not Ohio. So
But yeah, so she's just she's just an obsessed fan who thinks Sydney, because Sydney wasn't in 6, because she wasn't in New York, which was only a few months ago by the movie timeline, whatever. Anyway, she thinks Sydney's old and she's going to kill Sydney in front of her daughter, so Sydney becomes the new Sydney and restarts the cycle. And I went, that's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. This is the worst plot twist they've ever done.
Well, she's supposed to be crazy, so I guess I can buy that part, Crazy people don't understand how logic works,
I mean, true. But also, like, Scream is supposed to be a whodunit. Like, you could try to guess who the killer is. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to guess that when it's two people who literally aren't in the fucking movie? Like, they're just never there.
Known.
Like, what the fuck was this movie?
Like I said, I haven't seen it yet. I can't speak to it really, but but I mean, to be honest, I've never been a really big Scream fan. I think I like the movies for what they are, but when everybody says, Michael, Jason, and whatever, and Freddy, and they throw Ghostface in there, I'm like, no, because Ghostface was never just one person. He was never just one entity. He was always at least two. There was, so
I mean,
he doesn't have a personality or a thing because it's never the same person ever. Yeah.
I suppose.
It's a guy in judge's robes and a mask. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't put him in the same category with Freddy or Jason. He would be would be in like the new age category, I would put it. Because that's a whole different discussion. But no, that's my thoughts there.
Category like Jared Leto.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Now
Scream 8 will be Jared Leto with a new Nine Inch Nails song. It's all virtual reality. Everyone gets sucked in. Oh my god, it's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Tron, Ghostface, but Tron.
I hope this one just kind of. I honestly hope this one kills it.
That's it. It'll be for the next one. It'll be Jared Leto and Lady Gaga as the two Ghostfaces.
Oh god damn it, Paul! Don't put that out there.
And it will be a music. It'll be a musical,
Oh hell yeah! Just like
Ghostface of the opera,
Good God. So Maverick, do you have any rants for us in this finale episode? Typically, we get one from you on a week.
Yeah, we missed you last week.
Yeah, I know. Everything is fine between me and cohort of the show, Alex. We've since made amends. For now, we go on a cruise, and in 5 weeks we'll see what happens. Then it's so fucking close, and it's getting very annoying.
He's going on with 4 people and walking off the boat with 3.
Yeah, that's the general consensus. If Alex keeps being Alex,
we go. You can get a taste of paradise from sunrise coffee to late night cocktails. Margaritaville at Sea Paradise brings island inspired flavors. Vinyl-worthy cocktails with familiar favorites. Whether you're in the mood for the classic cheeseburger in paradise, invitive sushi rolls with distinctive Margaritaville twists. I don't want to know what that means. Fireside sushi, the best smoked old fashioned you've ever had, savored at the fuck is this sushi? All right, so there's the Mexican Cutie Cantina.
Sure.
Cantina. The License to Chill Sandwich Shack.
Okay.
The Slice of Paradise.
Yep.
Provision Salads and More.
Okay.
And Frank and Lola's Pizzeria.
Yeah, Frank and Lola's is the one they say is the best. So.
Oh, don't forget your additional complimentary options, where you have Finn's Dining.
Yep.
And the Cheeseburger and Paradise Burger Bar.
Yep. So I'm going to be having a bunch of fucking mediocre cheeseburgers all fucking week.
It's a burger in paradise.
Age burger and it ain't nice. Yeah, absolutely. So that's my life. So if I come back, I'm gonna come back skinny and tan. You won't even recognize me. It's gonna be fucking amazing.
You're gonna have that dysphagia.
Completely drained. Probably gonna need to go to the doctor for some sort of infection, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes time. So,
like Hank Hill, you're gonna come back with a butt worm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the local. Probably not gonna try with the low, but anyone on that ship, fair game. Fair game. It's a Margaritaville cruise. The standard can't be that fucking high. I'm gonna be like a 10 amongst these mortals.
It's gonna be everyone except for one person.
Which that?
Your sister?
Oh, Holly, yeah, not my sister. Yeah,
but anyone else.
So last week I missed the show because my father, who sells propane and propane accessories, they sponsor the Nordic Fest in Charlotte, and so we always get free tickets to go. I didn't really want to go, but because it was Divorce Kid weekend and Holly was over, who forgot that we were actually going to the Fire Fest until we were getting ready to leave, because I wanted to go
So-
early because I was fucking starving, but I digress. So we get there, and Anthony knows, and I don't know if Jared ever went with us. Maybe next year.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but I don't actually remember. I don't think Sven went with us either. It's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
I'm
You know
out.
how?
Oh,
Yeah, it's all mud too. Like it is not accessibility friendly at all.
You walk in with white shoes and walk out with black shoes.
Yeah, this year was a little bit better. They had paths of wood chips you were supposed to stay on. So like there you go. But we got there, and you know how there's always parking at the church across the street, but there's never any parking there because we didn't get there early enough. So we parked down the street behind the church. And I love my mother to death, but she can't walk worth a shit, and she thinks about it constantly. And so we parked, and so as we started walking, I texted Holly. I was like, how long until mother complains that her feet hurt? And I swear to God, gentlemen, fucking 2 minutes in, oh, it's an awful long walk for this. She's never been, so she wanted to go to an experience. And I can tell you that what people sell there is very fun, right? It's a lot of like Viking memorabilia and weapons and horns.
Oh
and
God, Jeremy would never leave.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
well, Holly's ex-husband, what did he buy? A battle axe? What is it?
He bought
$900
That's
axe.
about it.
It was a $1,300
$1,300 axe.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was
And it's
two
sharp.
mortgage payments. Yeah, it was meant to kill. It's actually meant to kill.
Yeah. When you buy these sharpened weapons there, they wrap them in bubble wrap and paper and tape so you can't open them there.
He almost bought, what is it? Was it a Maul or a Morning Star for another $900?
Yeah,
So it's very cool. We got there at like 5:00. Go ahead, Paul.
yeah. I was gonna say, is this like an SGA wet dream going on here? What
Oh
are we
my
doing
God!
here?
Yes. And everyone dresses up as Vikings or well, I say hippies, but more like gypsies. That's the correct word, gypsies, but not in a good way, right? Here's the thing: it's pretty hard to be sexy as a Viking when it's 40 degrees outside, and it's also Michigan in Charlotte, which is Eaton County, which is already a pretty low grade. Like we're talking like Michigan 1s and 2s with face paint on.
So in Michigan, they go, "Hey, it's the middle of winter. Let's all get together and go." What the fuck, really?
Hey, hang on, it gets so much better because we got there at 5:00. I think it started at 4. Gentlemen, they have a meat hall. And I say meat hall, it's really just a big fucking tent where they serve meat and cider and they have some sort of live band. Or maybe it was a cat dying. I'm not entirely sure which one it was. But they were playing. The line was all the way to the entrance. So it's a good like 200 yards of people waiting to get into the meat hall to drink. And that line, we were there maybe an hour. That line never got any shorter.
Mm-hmm. I have been to the Viking Fest 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
I want to say. And I love mead. Mead is a good choice. I've never been there because every time there's a long ass line, I'm like, it's not worth it.
It's not worth an hour wait for
We got
solo cup.
Tickets for free mead, and I turned it down because I'm like, I don't want to wait in there.
Yeah,
that's to be my whole time here, and I'm for a single drink.
So they typically have like 3 or 4 vendor tents set up, and so like a lot of times it's like, here's the first tent. It's like here's wooden weapons and Viking stuff,
That
and
sounds
then
about right.
3D printed crap, and then all that other stuff. And you just kind of walk around. I didn't buy anything. Holly ended up buying a Dungeon Crawler Carl tote bag, which was really cool. There's some really nice stuff there, but like they had, and I almost bought it, guys. I almost bought it. If my parents hadn't been there, I would have bought it. It was like a Playboy bunny mask, but it was like lacy and frilly and like very obvious that like it wasn't a true mask. It was like Eyes Wide Shut kind of mask. Like you obviously know those people are who they are, and I almost bought that.
Oh, you know.
But it was $120, and that seems like a lot of money for as little material as I was going to be putting on my face. However, if it's there next year when I start my online profiles again, and I get desperate enough to do the OnlyFans, that's going to be my entire personality. I'm going to be Mr. Bunny, just so we're all clear on that. I saw this shit in theaters when I was 10 years old. With Holly and Heather and our two older cousins on my mom's side on my grandma's side of the family, Jennifer and Megan. And Grandma Betty was the one that took us to it. We were gonna go see a movie, don't remember which one, and it apparently was sold out or some shit. And so she's like, "Well, we'll just go see Little Nicky then." And the lady at the counter tried to talk my grandmother out of letting us see Little Nicky, and she's like, "I don't get what's so bad. His father's the devil, his mother's an angel. Seems like a great family movie." Anyway, so yeah, I know. We get through all the vendor tents. I didn't buy a damn thing. Again, it's a lot of cool stuff, but it's a lot of just fucking junk. Like shit you'll never need. It is clutter, is what it is.
Every year I talk myself out of the spear.
It's so easy to talk yourself out of the bullshit.
There's $120 spear, and every time I walk past it, I'm like, "You could come home with me today."
Yeah. So we're there about an hour, and then my mom goes, "Is that it?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's fucking it. This is really all there. There's nothing else going on here." And she's like, "Cool." And so at this point in time, me and Holly have already discussed, because obviously we're gonna go out somewhere to eat, right? And I'm thinking, if we go to someplace fast food, I could actually make it back in time for the fucking podcast. Like, I'd be like 15 minutes late, but I'd fucking join. And so I'm like,
we normally get Burger King.
Right? So like, I'm giving everything. Holly goes, "Well, what's there to eat in Charlotte?" I was like, "Do you want alphabetical or as we go down the road?" And she goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, "If we go down the road from left to right, we have McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Wendy's, Pizza Hut, a Big B, and then it skips a couple things. You have Arby's with a Chinese restaurant, a Little Caesars, a Big Boy, a Rallies and Checkers, a Taco Bell." And she goes,
one.
"How the fuck do you know that?" I was like, "I used to go to college near this town. Like, it was fucking, you do what you need to do at night, and then you just go get whatever fucking food you want." And so I said all of those, and Holly goes, "I do Wendy's." I was like, "I just don't really care. I don't really want Burger King, and I'm not want McDonald's, because, why would I want McDonald's?" And so I say all of that, and so we're like, well, Mom, what do you want?" She's like, "I really want a bar burger." I'm like, "Fucking shit. God damn it." So we end up and it was a really good burger. We went out to like the Eaton Pub or some shit, and it was a really good burger. But the service took so long. And like, I'm not one to complain as someone that's worked in the service industry. We ordered, and I swear to God, it took 40 minutes to get the food. I was just ready to come home at that point. I just wanted to curl up in bed and fall asleep. But no, the weirdest part is there were other people in this fine dining establishment, and God bless the servers, because this man must have been 140 years old, and he was debating. It's like an old school diner too, so they got like a turnstile with like pies and shit in there, and so like this poor woman had to explain every pie to this man 4 times. "What's that?" "Well, that's strawberry cheesecake." "Strawberry cheesecake?" "Yeah, it's strawberry cheesecake." "Well, what's that involve?" cheesecake with strawberries on it. This poor
Yeah,
woman.
I don't know how
the
else to
poor
describe
woman-
this one, sir.
Like, poor woman, and doing the Lord's work out there, just her best. Because you know, this man left a $2 tip on whatever the fuck.
Oh,
he
if you're
ate.
lucky, he left $2. Yeah.
Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, it's a quarter for everything or some shit. They used to get you a lot back in his day. So yeah, and then we finally make it the way home, and my mom's like, "We need to stop at the gas station to get a pop," and I'm like, "Okay, cool. Holly, you need to go do that." And Holly goes, "Why do I have to do that?" I was like, "Because I always do it. And I'm sitting in the back seat and I'm not moving." So, and then the worst part is because I knew it was going to be muddy. I have a pair of nice Ariat boots that I've had for a very long time, but you know what? They're not comfortable and they're heavy. And so here's just Mike's fat, obese ass trudging through mud in the most uncomfortable boots, having to walk a fucking 3/4 of a mile uphill in the snow. Not really.
Both
but
ways.
It was uphill on a sidewalk. And I'm just like, I regret everything about tonight. This could have been an email, honestly.
And that's exactly why I
Hey,
did go.
given the weather you guys have had, it could have been worse. It could have been snowing.
Oh, yeah.
It could
See,
have-
So that's the other thing, Paul, is when
That's
we
probably
go,
fair.
there's either 40 inches of snow or 16 inches of mud. There is no in between. We got there Friday, and we're lucky that like people hadn't like trunked about a bunch, causing the mud to kick up. But we saw pictures of like Saturday and Sunday, and it was like a fucking mud pit, just like pigs in a fucking mud pit. It was fucking miserable.
So, like Woodstock Day 3.
Yeah, basically, just everything smells terrible. Because here's the thing: there's a lot of like reenactors that also like camp there,
Yeah.
and they're like the rustic style. Yeah, just the smell coming off of that. 3 days of meat shits, meat sweat, and a bunch and smoke from campfires. Like if that's what the Vikings were doing, I was born.
And
in
I'm sure some
time.
of them were probably really cosplaying their version of Vikings,
absolutely,
which made
absolutely.
dirty, scungy.
Yeah, no one shaved anything for a very long time. either.
Shower in a month to get the natural musk.
I'm Firmamaxing or whatever it is. Like Jesus Christ.
Stay happy.
Peace and love.
Peace and balls.
That's why I wasn't on the podcast, and it sounded like it was really fun because it sounded like you guys talked about a bunch of shit that I would have had insight on.
You know, I'm at the Nordic Fire Fest website right now,
Yeah.
and let you know, it is 357 days away.
Also, the tickets are like $40, and that doesn't include any mead tickets. So you think they get like 500 people? There's plenty more. They're just throwing money at things. It is really cool to go and experience once, but after once, you just don't ever need to go again.
So, do they do any like when I've done like SCA stuff for
Yep.
or cosplay stuff over in England and stuff where they do mock battles and mock jousting and all that? Is there any of that goes on?
They do have like a battle pit where like if you want, it's like amateurs, you can kind of do it, and they have more professionals. And then they also do like a ship burning where you can write your wish on a slip of paper, and then they do burn. It's a very small, but an actual Viking ship that's made fully out of wood. It's very cool, and they do drum circles and things like that.
I'll tell you what, if you ever hear they're actually going to do a Viking funeral, I will come up there and go.
Hell yeah. I will keep that noted in case it ever comes up.
Now, I want to show for the audience watching. So this is the area that it's at. You come in at this little area down here, where the little thing, and you walk up here.
Yep.
And then if you're lucky, the line is right here.
Yep. And so here's the thing.
There's the gates.
on the way out, Anthony, you actually have to follow that dirt. Yeah, they didn't let you. They changed it, so you had to walk all the way around the building on the way out too. It was so fucking much walking.
And it is all in this grassy area.
Yep.
This is all mud.
Yep.
You can kind of see where they put stuff. There's the mead hall.
Yeah, it's just
there's one
outlines they're building.
Where the grass won't grow anymore. Yeah. That's where they put the outhouses. Yeah.
Yep. They did have axe throwing this year, which was kind of cool. But like, yeah, right there where that big dot is at the very top, that's where like the kids' games are, where like it's like adventure things where they do coloring and little things. But yeah, it's a different kind of world, and it's just
the coolest part about it is they have hot air balloons minus the balloons.
Yeah, it's just that's how they shoot flames into the air as part of like the funeral rites ceremony where they're burning the ship.
And there's like 10 of them on each side.
And there's just like fucking bass drums going goose 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 as they march out this ship to burn.
Having been part of a family that did hot air ballooning for a while, I'm sure the guys with the baskets where, you mean I don't have to inflate my shit and do all that crap? I'll do that. What the hell?
That's the best part is, Paul, is as we were walking in, they were saying that, be like, this is so much money for us to not do anything but set up. And like the propane's all donated basically from my father where they work. And so like, it's just, they pay their appearance fee and it's like a set fee or whatever.
Right.
And all they do is shoot like jets of fire into the air for maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah. They don't even have to, they don't have to tether and they don't have to inflate the envelopes or anything.
And they pack up and fuck off. So.
We out.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was my weekend. That was my weekend.
I didn't expect it to be that chaotic.
It's just rough.
And now we know
that he said he had his mother with him. I knew he wasn't going to McDonald's or any fast food.
Yeah, that's the worst part. It's like I tried to, because like there's Culver's there too, and I don't like Culver's, and so I thought for sure she was gonna say Culver's, and when she didn't, she said, "I want a bar burger." I'm like, "Fuck." Okay, that's fine. She's buying, so I'm not gonna complain.
Good God. Well, folks, now you know what happened on episode 330 last week. Maverick was trying not to die.
I'll joke that we're having a great time.
So we were over here laughing, having a good old time, hanging out. Maverick was possibly trying not to kill himself. So,
dying.
How are you going to handle a cruise with Holly? Like, you're not going to be able to run away. You're just going to be trapped.
See, the issue is it's not Holly that I'm worried about, because I can tell my sister to fuck off and she will fuck off. It's the other two that are going to try to convince me to like, let's go play bingo for 4 hours when I could just
That's a fair
go
point.
back to the room and fucking sleep for a little while. Because go ahead.
As much as Mike really wants to, he's gonna be like the unwanted supervising adult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when you go to a family reunion and there's four cousins that keep hanging around you, and you're like, "Go away! I want to do my own thing."
Yep.
They just keep coming back.
Mike, have you ever been on a cruise before?
No.
If you really want to be left alone, just do this one time. Because then they'll say, okay, go to your cab until the cruise is over. Or you're
right.
Like, I'm good.
I'm gonna be gone. Now so I'm not even worried. It's because me and Holly are flying down a day early and staying a day late, to not rush things, and so that's fine, and kind of give ourselves a little bit of a break. You'd think that, but Tatiana and Alex are flying down day of, which is fucking crazy in my opinion. But I digress.
No, that's given the way the air things have been going with the airlines and stuff, I wouldn't do that.
That's what I was saying too.
The day of.
No, so like that's what I'm glad we decided to do that forever ago, and it's just a Margaritaville cruise too, Paul. So it's not like it's high end and classy. It is lowest of the low. It is. I can't wait to watch a loop of fucking Jimmy Buffett's cheeseburger in paradise 24/7. What fucking going on?
Okay,
So
you want to hear worst? I was on a cruise and they showed a Beach Boys concert that highlighted the song "Sloop John B." Which, if you know anything about that song, it is not a good song for a cruise. Yeah,
it's not even a good song. It's not even the good Beach Boys song. Come on now.
But it's a good story, but it has to do with a cruise gone really bad. Yes.
And so like it's gonna be that, and like we've already talked about like the excursions we want to do, and the only one we're really doing is like in Nassau or whatever. There's like a water park, and so like sure we'll do that. But Alex is trying to convince us to go swim with pigs. I don't fucking want to do that.
I'm sorry, what?
There's wild pigs in Nassau, and it's like it's a very big thing.
Why would I
They're
want to do
friendly.
that?
Right, why would I want to do that? It's like, do you want to do snorkeling with the pigs either? I was like, fuck no. I don't like
again,
pigs in
country
general.
boy here.
Yeah.
If they're good enough that you can snorkel with them and all that, they're not wild. They've been tamed. Like
They've been tamed.
because
those
pigs are not nice animals if they're not tamed.
It's
Think
so
about this.
That's why I
Think
was
about
like,
it.
wow, pigs. Like, no.
Your pork being marinated in salt water.
And so like there's some things that I'm looking for. And then like a couple days ago, Tatiana's like, I'm a fairly large man, but I do exercise regularly, right? And she goes, you should probably start doing the stair stepper every day at the gym because it's a lot of stairs. I was like, I take the stairs anyway. Like it's not a big deal for me, unlike you two, and I'm talking about Alex and Tatiana, who don't do anything, and we're gonna have to complain about climbing 4 flights of stairs. So it is what it is. But yeah. So that's 5 weeks away. Everything's kind of being finalized now. Holly did just say we upgraded our room to be on a higher deck. We're on deck 4. We were on deck 6, and deck 6 was technically like right at the water line. So I'm very happy to be up a little higher. So when it starts to sink, I have a little bit more time to get to life. But yeah, God damn it, Paul.
You can't I'm never going on a cruise. No, not my thing. I don't like that. If I'm on a fucking boat and my bed is at water level,
That's right.
I will not be able to sleep.
The scene in the Titanic with the old couple that's dying in there. No, I can't. Yep. So
Well, and okay, so now I got to ask: is your room kind of in the middle, or is it on one of the ends?
it's on one. It's in the rear of the ship.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I know. Yeah.
he's gonna have a story to tell when he gets back, guys. I want to be on that show. Okay, I want to.
I'm gonna need a week to recover all the shit Paul's putting real bad thoughts in my head.
I remember when it was decided that Mike and Holly were going on this cruise.
Yep.
It was at my birthday.
Was that your birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're in line for laser tag, and Alex was like, "Hey, Anthony, do you want to go on a cruise?" And I said, "Fuck you, no." And then, hey, Michael.
No, I said no. And then Holly goes, I want to go on a cruise, but I can't go on a cruise alone. If I book everything, will you go on a cruise? And I'm like, I guess. So that was one thing, Paul, what was decided on this is like, I don't want to know anything except when to show up and how much I have to pay. Everything else is on the other 3 girls that I'm going with. I don't want to know anything.
I will say you're actually lucky that you're in the back and not the front, because in the front, when they're going against the tide and they're rolling into the waves, and a ship, no matter how big it is, does exactly what he showed. It does it. And you can feel it when you're on the boat because you're.
I'm very aware that I'm not going to sleep well for the first couple nights until I get my quote unquote sea legs, and even then, I don't know. Sleep when I can.
What's funny is you can't tell, but I'm sitting on a power scooter, and we were in one of the comedy shows, and the boat started to rock, and my scooter starts like going up and going back and going up and going back. I'm like, really?
That's wild. No, I mean, I'm fortunate if I don't typically get motion sickness, but like, I'm aware it's going to be a little while to get adjusted to. I know Anthony's big fear is to look out and see nothing. And so, but that's something I'm looking forward to, is just kind of looking out at the expanse and questioning all lives and listening to the call of the void.
being in the middle of the ocean at night where there's nothing around you but darkness is my literal nightmare.
I'm the exact opposite. I'm very
I'm with you on
excited
that
for
one.
this. Very excited to listen to the Call of the Void.
Well, not only that, depending on where you are on the ship at night, you're actually going to be able to really see the sky. And I love seeing it, being able to see the night sky.
Yeah, they have an observation deck. I'm very excited to go see that too.
Skies are beautiful. I remember when I was a kid, we went to Zion National Park in Utah, I think it is.
Yeah, that's where it is. Yeah. You say Zion, that has to be Utah.
Yep.
That's a Mormon thing.
The Mount Zion is going to be a Mormon thing. Church of Latter-day Saints, thank you.
It was so cool to see at night, especially because I grew up, like at that time I was living in Las Vegas. We did not see stars. So we went for my birthday and, being able to camp out and seeing a section of the Milky Way in the night sky with countless stars in there was so cool. And I'm like, I want to go back. And now I'm like, I live across the nation and that's going to be a lot of money to go camping. So I'm just going to not. Yep.
It's like, the one time I was living in Houston and one time we lost power because of one of the hurricanes that came through. And a lot of the younger people, especially, you go, yeah, that's the Milky Way. No, it's not.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Exactly.
No, those are stars.
Because they're not used to seeing it, except for the really bright ones that we can all see. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, the Milky Way's melted in my pocket, thanks.
Yeah.
No kidding.
And that's why he's in Guam. Yeah.
No,
Technically in the Eastern Hemisphere, so I think that your constellations are slightly different than ours, but not too much.
possibly. That's something I haven't looked into.
As often as you lose power, you didn't go outside and look at the night sky.
Fucking rolling blackouts in Guam. Jared doesn't go outside. Listen, you don't go outside at night during Guam. That's how you get dead. Taken away by a yokai or some shit. Jared be looted away by a fucking fairy for some reason. It wouldn't even be a smart. It'd be just like, oh look, a box set of fucking Ed and Eddie, and he'd be fucking transported to the fucking Tiernanog and be fucking brutally tortured by the Fae for all of eternity.
Walk out.
Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
There's just some little dude around the corner. Just
hey, those unreleased Slipknot albums are over here around the corner.
and then I'm just never seen it.
Taylor really wants to meet you. He's over here. He said you're really cool.
What, really?
He wants to be your friend. He wants to be your best friend. He wants to come to your birthday
you're never
party.
gonna believe this.
All right. The final message in the group chat be like, dude, this Corey Taylor said he wants to meet me. I'm going to be back. I'm going to let you do it. And then we'd never hear from Jared again. It's gone.
He said
forever.
He's my number one fan. What's to go wrong? Yeah.
Right. he listens to the podcast. It's misery all over again.
So, I was thinking of the American Dad Rapture episode where
oh yeah,
yes, you're not Jesus, are you?
You're not. But I had to make sure 2 or 3 more times just to make sure.
Oh, speaking of fairies,
Jesus,
this episode's kind of turned into its own thing. But,
what a fucking segue.
Speaking of fairies, actually, it is a good segue because they put out a trailer for the horror movie Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Jiminy Cricket is an evil fairy, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, I do believe Jiminy
because he's still Jiminy
fairy,
Cricket,
but
he's not a cricket. It looks like he's taking the place of just in general the fairy. It looks like he's instead of the fairy that brings him to life, he's in general the fairy that's just going to make him evil.
Yep.
I was like, it's an interesting idea, but you're still calling him Jiminy Cricket, and you've made him both Jiminy and the fairy at the same time.
Very excited to see how they fuck up the half donkey, half boys when they go to the circus, and just how absolutely demented that's going to be.
Yeah, I can't wait to
I
not
just
watch
say-
it.
I've seen the comments for that movie already of people being like, "Yeah, I love that they're taking these fairy tales and making them these horror movies." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Y'all need to just shut up because they do these." And then you watch them and you're like, these are fucking terrible. Why do they make them? It was like, because of the comment you made on the fucking trailer where you're like, these are awesome. Keep making more. That's why. That's why, you dipshit.
And
Stop
also,
telling them to make more.
what I point out too is when they go, "Oh, good, they're making horror pictures out of these fairy tales." Like, go read the original Grimm's fairy tales.
Yeah.
Just one time, and go see what the Disney crap was based on, and you'll go, "Holy shit, that's dark."
Yeah. Read fucking
No,
Pinocchio.
I-
Pinocchio kills the cricket with a hammer early in the chapter and comes back as a ghost.
Yeah,
It was early on when I started in on this podcast when we talked about making a Tom and Jerry horror movie. As soon as that becomes
Talked about
public
doing a ton of
domain,
them.
because it's just so easy to do. Like,
Also with the Pinocchio one, I just want to throw in, they definitely have made more money than you think because the casting for that movie, like they're getting names of people that you're like, oh no, I know him from a shit ton of things. Like, how did they get him in this? And it's like, oh, those have made stupid amounts of money from people just being like, it can't be that bad. And now they're, because Robert Englund's playing Jiminy Cricket. And then the dude who's playing Geppetto is
Richard.
I don't remember his
Drake.
name, but he's I've seen him in a ton of shit, and I like him. But as soon as I saw him and then the Robert Englund voice, it was just like, oh yeah, no, they've got like the stupid money now, so now they can make them bad, but they can get people that you know and make you want to watch it. That's fun.
It's that fucking guy.
Yeah,
and I even think Jiminy Cricket, if you look at it, has some of Robert Englund's facial features, so you can
Yes,
tell
it
it's
does.
him.
They made him look like the puppet from fucking Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Yeah.
but
yes,
as we've talked about on this podcast many times, it's easy to make $100 million when you spent $14 on the idea and the budgeting and
Yes.
everything, right? Like, right?
yes,
Like, especially no one's starved for horror, but horror will always be one of those genres where a low budget film can make a shit ton of money because it was a low budget film, and even if it's halfway decent, people are going to go see it because there's not a whole lot of horror coming out, especially in off season when it's not the holidays.
Well, especially when it went decent, and especially if you hit with decent horror like Terrifier 2 did.
Yep.
When Terrifier 2 hit, it was fire, and also I met David, the guy who plays Art the Clown, a really, really nice guy, a lot friendlier than you would
Seems
think
like
Art
a fun
is.
Yeah.
But then he turned around and did Screamboat, which is also a very good movie. Have you seen
I haven't
Screamboat
seen
yet?
that one yet. No, not yet. I've seen it pop up, but I haven't watched it.
They actually pay a lot of homage to the source material of Steamboat Willie. They do a good job.
I'll just throw it on. No, I haven't gotten to Steamboat Willie yet. Also, speaking of horror, there was a thing I saw yesterday, maybe yesterday or the day before, but even though Chucky the series ended, I saw the creators teasing that he does have another movie idea on the way. I don't exactly know what he's doing. And for me on that one, I'm fine with it just because I enjoyed the Chucky series. I like what he was doing with it. He had a lot of fun with it. And then it only had the 3 because I had heard that he got canceled out before he could do more what he wanted, which was unfortunate. But it looks like he's not letting it stop him. Sounds like he's already got ideas of how to continue what he wanted to do. So I'm curious how that'll go. But no, so there's Pinocchio. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the news there that I'm forgetting. Oh, High on Life 2. I did finish that one. I finally got to finish that. Very much.
I'm going to
enjoyed
let
it.
you log into my account and get me past the part I'm stuck on because it's a pain in the ass.
What part are you stuck on?
When you have to go visit the parents and go through the sewer.
Okay.
Yeah. See that
Okay,
look? You're remembering
yeah.
what a pain in the ass that part is, don't you? Yeah. And you can understand why
No,
somebody with hand-eye coordination issues and dexterity issues might have a problem with it. Yeah.
See, now you say that, and now I'm thinking about how the final boss of that game went, and that is 100% going to be you. I don't know if you'll ever beat the game. I'll be totally honest.
I would
And
like
the
to get
final
past
boss
the
fight
second
would be
chapter,
nuts.
though. Okay.
I mean, that's fair.
Like starting to read a good book, and everything after the second chapter is in German, and you're like, "Well, fuck," you know.
Fuck, now I gotta learn this.
Oh, I thought it was pretty funny. It added more to the humor than what the first game had, which was enjoyable. Yeah. But I can definitely see the hand-eye coordination, just gameplay wise, it threw me through. See,
The skateboarding, the way the skateboarding works, you can't remap any of the shit, and it's like,
yeah, that's what drives me. I told him it was all.
I've reached out to them a
like
few
something
times, and they have never responded. And I'm about ready to go email them back one more time and go, "Well, fuck you too." You know, it's like,
God damn. No, the final boss fight would be, I think, would be more of a pain in the ass than even that.
even on easy,
the-
because the fighting so far that I had done on easy was a lot, was pretty straightforward. I mean, yeah.
I would say yes, only because it's so fucking dragged out. Because
yeah.
It's a drug trip battle, so it's just you
And
just keep
how long
going
did it
on
take
and
you to
on
figure
and
out
on and on and on.
how long did it take you to figure out the part where you had to stab yourself in the face?
That
When
took
you had
me
to
a
figure out
minute. I don't
exactly what they wanted, you're like, what the hell?
There's so many good jokes like that in this game, though. I loved it so much. Oh, so speaking of things that are enjoyable, things that we've had fun with. Originally, I had something else that I was going to do in this episode, but I don't think I'm going to get to it anyway. But that's fine because this turned into a pretty fun episode. So over this past year, we've done a lot. So you may be wondering also, who the hell is Cerebral Paul? Why the hell do we have him in this show? He hasn't been here this entire time.
Yeah, what the hell? I
is
just
that guy?
realized there's a
Fair.
fourth on this podcast.
Hey, I don't know if you the other two remember, but when you guys used to do your live shows, I used to be the one guy in your chat
we
that was
do.
talking shit.
We do.
I do.
100%. 100%. That's absolutely.
I just didn't realize you look like me in like 5 years.
Yeah, it was very uncanny valley when I opened up and saw Anthony and old Anthony. It was very weird. It was very weird. Anyway, sorry. Continue, Jared. I just had to.
But
You
so yeah,
now
over
too,
this.
huh?
Yeah, I'm you in the future, Anthony. I got 3 words for you. Give up now. Okay, that's it.
Turns out it doesn't get better.
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah.
Downhill from here. Jesus Christ.
So, since I came here to Guam, I've tried to do some more stuff on the Oddcast and try different things. One of those things was I started Jokey Pants Has Bad Taste, and it was a whole venture I wanted to try out. Turned into its own thing, and for those of you who have been watching Bad Taste, I see those numbers have been going up. I appreciate you very much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But I pulled Paul on to do that because he's a very knowledgeable person with movies, and he interviews.
Just called
a
me
lot of
old.
friends.
Is what he just said. He's very old. He's seen them all.
He's
seen them all.
Say that, Paul.
Yeah.
Netflix, he's seen it. Movie. There isn't a movie he hasn't seen.
Yeah.
So that's been a very fun adventure. Which while we're on break, we're away. We're not going to be here to give you guys entertainment. it's okay because every weekend you'll still have a new bad taste. Me and Paul did a ton of movies. You're going to be covered for the next like 2 months, so don't even you worry about it.
And some of them were really, really bad. Really, really
Some of them are
awful.
just dog shitly bad. I cannot lie. There were some really bad ones in there. Speaking of really bad ones, I've pulled these two on, Maverick and Onrefni. I pulled them onto shows. Like that time that me and Maverick did Star Kid,
It's a
and
bad movie.
Ugh.
Right,
Fainted,
did not
which is what would have
piss
happened.
his pants. Absolutely. Hey, here's a fun fact. As like a 35-year-old man, if I have to be pee too bad, like sometimes it just comes out. So like there's absolutely no way that this kid did not piss himself.
Well, yeah, there's no way. So yeah, he has to he tells the teacher this, thinking that she can somehow help because she's a science teacher. Why wouldn't she have mechanical engineering degrees?
Correct.
Which is fine because she takes a screwdriver and removes a piece of the suit and makes the most cringeworthy fucking face I have ever seen. Considering that this child, as he is a fucking child,
Yes.
she removes it and gives the look of like, oh my. And I'm like, what the fuck was this expression she made? What the fuck was that? And then he runs to the bathroom to go pee, and the whole time he's peeing, she's sitting there making expressions and noises of like she's getting turned on, and I'm like, what the fuck is this whole thing?
So wrong on so many levels, and I
Creepy
didn't know
as
how to
fucking
take
shit.
it.
I didn't know either. I was trying to figure out of like, why does it seem like the teacher is going to fuck this kid in this movie? They're really leaning hard on that might happen, and that's the weirdest thing to be having in here.
This is correct. Again,
Warriors of Virtue.
that was a rough one. I feel like we did one more, Jared. There was one more that we did. What was it?
We did Monkey Bone as well.
We did Monkey
Oh,
Bone.
that's a god awful movie. Holy shit,
my
that's
God.
a bad movie.
Fucking it lists Chris Kattan as like third build, and he doesn't show up until the last 5 fucking minutes as a dead man.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw someone talking about that the other day, and they're like, the trailer makes you think Chris Kattan's the main character, and he is not. Brendan Fraser's not even fucking mentioned.
Whoopi Goldberg's more of a main character than Chris Kattan is in that movie. So bad. I had to pay money to rent that movie to watch it for that fucking episode.
Well, what was it? It was Air Force One that did that, where they made you think it was a Steven Seagal movie, and it ends up that he's not even really in the movie. He dies like 2 minutes in. Yeah.
Yep.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So we did Monkey Bone. We also did Zathura.
That's the other one.
Another one.
That's the other one. I remember
which was
watching,
supposed to be.
I was house sitting in Gailing or whatever.
Yes.
Gaylord.
And I watched, thank you. And I watched that, Zathura and fucking Star Kid, and that broke my
Both were
fucking
just a
brain.
bad back-to-back.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense because you can't time loop in your own time looped game. It's just not how it works. You can't go on the bad timeline and the good timeline all at the same goddamn time.
Kristen Stewart wants to fuck her brother.
Yes. You should go back and watch our Zathura episode, and the Jumanji sequel that just should have remained not a thing. It's really all that came down to. Did we mention? I was thinking about it. I think we forgot to mention in the episode that there was actually a Zathura book, just like Jumanji.
Yes.
So they did try to base it off a book, but they did.
I read it.
Not so good.
It's a short book.
Oh, I bet. But and then on top of that, I've had both of them on, and then even me and Onrefni have gone off on our own. We did The Wrong Turn. The first movie I had both of them on.
Oh.
And then me and Onrefni have continued on down that series. We're on 5.
Ooh.
I only watched the first one. I refuse to watch anything else.
The first one's the best one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think 2 might be my favorite out of the franchise, just because 2 was where they went direct to video, but they were just like, how gory can we make it with Cannibal Hillbillies while also just being ridiculously fun? And it has fun with itself, and then they get too serious and too stupid immediately after that one. Like,
refer to my
jumped the shark.
Refer to the intro where I say Alien Resurrection is my favorite Alien movie. Because it's your favorite, don't mean it good.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Which one do they go to the pyramid in Alaska? Is that AVP?
Oh, that's the first AVP. Yeah, that's the very first
Is
one.
that Requiem or
Yeah.
the first one? Is that, are
Just
they the
AVP.
Oh,
same?
that's the very first one. Yeah.
Fun fact, that's the first Alien, Predator, or Hunter movie that I ever did see. So that set the bar for me on those movies.
At least it was a low bar. It was a
Yeah, it was
low
a very
bar.
low bar.
Exactly.
Very low bar.
It was subterranean, that bar. Yeah, that was
literally
You
subterranean.
You just had to step
Under
over the next
Antarctic.
movie.
Yep.
Which, by the way, folks, I think with Wrong Turn, I think 5 and 6, I'll do with Onrefni at some point after the move, and we're just gonna do them together because 5 just has like nothing fucking go on with it. It's like 80% boring, and then has some stuff happen at the end, and then 6. So 5 and 6, I'll probably just put together to save a lot of fucking time. But we've done a lot with Bad Taste, because then me and Paul, we've covered an absolute shit ton of things. We did the My Bloody Valentine double review. We did the original and the remake. We did all the Pumpkinhead movies. We haven't touched Tremors.
Nope.
That one I'm saving for myself for something else that I have planned. We've done a shit ton of movies. We've done a ton, and if you have any recommendations, you can always leave a comment, even emails at our oddcastmedia@gmail.com, because if you give me a good suggestion, I'll check it out, and I will 100% do stuff.
Even if
Even
bad
bad
suggestion. Yeah, I was gonna say even a bad suggestion he might take a look at.
I
Yes.
already know that I told him I want to do something with kaiju, especially with the new Godzilla movie coming up. So
That brings me to my
all the Pacific
Godzilla
Rims.
Matthew Broderick.
not that. I will not sit through that again. I will. No.
That's my favorite one, Paul. How could you?
Maverick
So
is
we're,
diehard
we're,
Pacific
we're, we're
Rim.
going to go to Mikey Has Bad Taste. Is
That's
that
exactly what it is. Listen, I'll gladly host that one. You mean you don't want to open up the sewers to let the fish smell down? Because that makes
Oof.
so much goddamn sense.
That's a lot of fish.
Ugh.
Stupid movie.
No, but over the last couple of years, I've come to a great love of all things Godzilla, except for the Matthew Broderick movie.
Absolutely. Welcome to the cult, sir. I've been
No.
a Godzilla stan for.
I hear the original Godzilla music, which is awesome, and I just like, oh, this is going to be cool,
Uh huh. Absolutely.
Fair.
Right there with you.
Brings me to my next point, folks. I bring up Bad Taste because we have some plans for months. I brought this up. I mentioned it in my last video with our second channel because I did a review for Frogs from 1972.
So
Just because it has nostalgia for me. But anyway, we have some month themes. Maverick wants to do Men in Black May, which I'm hoping we can get moved. We should be moved in time and me set up that we can start Men in Black May this year. If I miss the opportunity, we'll do it next year. I'm hoping I can do it this year. And Paul wants to do kaiju this summer, so I don't know what something this summer we're gonna do a whole kaiju theme because that did sound like.
Well, what we'll do is we'll look at the release date for the next Godzilla Zero, which is what the next one is. And then we'll try to bump it. We'll try to bump it into that.
Yep.
Onrefni, you're my resident guy. Can you double check that date while we transpose? Yeah. Bad Taste has a lot of stuff going on. We got this show will be back when the move's all done. Shouldn't take that long. And you got stuff to keep you entertained. This is technically we're going to be on break when this comes out, so you're already missing us.
November.
There you go.
Okay, so there we go. Yeah, fall. That sounds about right. I think that's about all I had. That's about all I had as far as other topics. There's just a lot of moving pieces on my part, so we'll be back after.
All right, yeah. I would say we love you, but we don't want that parasocial relationship with you.
Correct.
I don't love any of you. So anyway, with Oddcast, you can always reach out to us if you feel like you miss us. I'll still be able to reach out. Oddcast Network on Instagram or Facebook. We got at Oddcast Network on Twitter. If you still use Twitter, if you don't, there's other places. We also have at What an Oddcast on TikTok. I don't know how long TikTok's really going to be keeping around because it seems like that just keeps running into issues nonstop. For anyone else who uploads videos, leave me a comment if you've had issues too, because I uploaded all our clips and then it's just like TikTok is like, yeah, no, there's no video there. And it's like, why is this just sitting here with like no one sees it? It doesn't even acknowledge that there's things on it. It's a mess, which is why you should go to YouTube, Oddcast Network, because then you can catch all our episodes, and then we have clips on the second channel and stuff. So there's workarounds. Anyone have anything else they want to add in here?
Nope.
Anything you got going on? Whatever.
I don't think so.
No.
Really, Paul? You're the one who does other shows. Like you're the one that actually does other
Oh, well,
things.
Right. Okay. So let's see. So if you're into gaming, I did just release an article today because I got a sneak peek at Mouse PI for PI for Hire, which is a great little game. It's done with the rubber hose animations like Cuphead for those that are, and the old Fleischer cartoons, the old cool shit. And that was a fun game. And you want to read my article on that at the lordsofgaming.net. You can find me on Twitter at CerebralPaul1, or that's it. And Twitch and YouTube, it's Cerebral Paul. And on Thursdays, I do a show called Game Set Live. And on Fridays, I'm on Wasted with Wise. Or Wednesdays is Game Set Live. Thursdays is when Jokey makes me watch really bad movies.
Yeah.
Hey, I
We're
can't do it
expecting
alone.
this to be forever when you said, yeah, I'll watch a bad movie with you.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the worst that can happen?
He still has not watched Return to Salem's Lot, and I'm holding that over his head because he needs to watch that piece of shit.
I saw it one time a long time ago, and we planned on doing. I still plan on doing it with this show. All right, it just ended up not fitting into what I was doing. But I have the fucking notes for it, like sitting over there. Like I literally was gonna do the episode. So, come on.
I mean, yeah, the movie that really plays into the fact that gingers have no souls. Seriously, all the vampires are ginger through that whole movie, which is really, it's like.
There's so many pop culture references now that when you learn something and you go back and you think about a South Park episode, you're like, is that where that's pulling from?
Yeah.
Is that motherfucker?
See, and I am older than you guys, and when I see that stuff, I know where it's coming from, and I'm like, okay.
Listen, that's the one good thing that TikTok has taught me. Every so often you'll get a compilation, be like, hey, this is where this shit comes from. You're like, I should add that to my repertoire, actually. I should probably go study up on my history.
God, thank you, Maverick. Speaking of, Tubi fucking rocks, yo. Tubi's the best free fucking app I've ever seen in my life.
Tubi won the App War.
Tubi has been Tubi constantly adds shit. And like for three of the four of us, because one of us did not grow up with these cartoons, which is fair. They added all the Cartoon Network stuff, and like it wasn't just a couple shows. Like I was combing through it. It's for Oddcast. We voted that Codename Kids Next Door was our like top cartoon when we did our bracket. because it has a starting, it has an ending, and it's fun to watch, yada yada. They not only have the entire fucking series, which blows my mind, because when Netflix had it, they only ever had like 2 seasons at a time, and it drives you fucking nuts. They have all 5 seasons, and every individual special is its own separate little movie. So like number 0, all of those are their own little thing. They did all the Ed and Eddie specials and movies are on there, plus the series. Like, they not only got the series, they got every little special movie they did, any holiday movie they did. It's fucking amazing. Tubi, I love you. Keep bringing me the good shit.
And for the kids that were my age and older, even they brought in a lot of
there too.
they brought in a lot of the Warner Brothers stuff, the Looney
Yep.
Tunes stuff.
Yep.
Yes.
Which is really hard to filter
like
through.
Ellen New Boomerang.
Yeah,
one of
which
the-
is really
that's-
hard to filter through
Yeah,
because
they have like the Mask animated series. They have wacky races
that,
for
yeah.
God's
Yeah.
sake. Like, I fucking love
Jonah kept
races,
doing it.
and they got the Gumby shit still. It's like, how did you have all of this in your for whoever had this and not just put it out knowing it was gonna make you money? Like,
it was Warner
how?
Brothers. It was Warner
Serious.
Brothers. That's the stuff
So
they sold
wild.
off. That's the stuff they sold off.
I'm happy they sold it off.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense because they even before the sales acquisition was going on, they like shuttered the Cartoon Network Studios stuff.
Right.
So I'm not surprised all of this is now whoever wants it grabs
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. They
I know.
killed all the DC animated stuff, which was really bad because the DC animated stuff was really good. Was really fucking good.
There was a lot of good stuff that was going on in those studios. They were just like, who needs it? And it's like, no, we enjoyed it, you fucks. Speaking of DC, I actually want to get an opinion. I almost completely forgot. Maverick, there's the Lanterns trailer finally dropped. Did you happen to see that?
So I just watched it before we came on, and I don't know how I feel about it yet.
How can you have a Lanterns trailer with no lanterns? I'm just asking. I'm just.
I mean, listen, the ring was there, the suit was there, but yes, that Paul is correct. How are you not going to show anything lantern related?
They gotta tease you.
They got the lantern at the very end too, which looks cool as shit. But how? I mean, I know I do believe they're doing what the darkest night story, and so which if they do it well, very excited for, and I have faith that they will do it like a 7 out of 10 because I have high expectations, but I'm not going to say like James Gunn and the executive producer and the director are going to knock it out of the park because Green Lantern, as we all know, is very hard to do in live action. Nathan Fillion did well as Guy Gardner, but that was a very more minor part in that movie. If we're doing a full Lanterns show, I don't know. You got to give me something a little bit more, man. You got to give me something.
And I'm more worried about I'm more worried about the tone because if you read the stuff in the 90s, especially when they were doing the Justice League Unlimited, they kind of went for this cornball side, especially with the Lantern that Fillion played, where he was just nuts, and which is fine, but my first Lantern was Hal Jordan, and I kind of liked that, It was a little more serious. It was a little, and don't get me started on that Ryan Reynolds movie.
We're not going to talk about that.
I got to see it for free, and when I left the theater, I demanded my money back.
No, that I completely understand. It does seem like it's going to be a darker tone, which I'm very okay with.
Right.
See, because like my first Lantern was actually Jon Stewart, so I'm very fine that this Lantern is kind of my Lantern, and so very excited to kind of see where they do. But again, the darkest night time. It's very. There's a lot of moving parts, and I don't feel like they've set up enough to to pay it off unless this is, I mean, I know this is a series, right? So like it's very possible this is season 1 is set up, season 2 is in between movies or whatever, but like there's a lot of shit that needs to happen in order to pull off any further lantern cores that may or may not exist in the universe. So
well, and what's cool is because they are using Jon Stewart, they can still pull in Hal Jordan because he had that whole arc where he kind of went bad. You know?
Yep. Absolutely.
I did see somebody make the comment about that they have the 2 lanterns for the trailer and everybody pointing out that they don't mention Guy at all. So people are kind of wondering if he's, for this universe of things, if he's like, yeah, he's a lantern, but like not acknowledged by other lanterns kind of thing going on.
I don't know, because if
he's a lantern, but like we don't
if Gunn brought him in for the movie, I can't see him just throwing him away for the show. I think there's,
Oh no, I don't think he's going to throw him away, but everybody is. There's a big question going on right now if it's just that Guy Gardner's not necessarily on the ends with the entire Green Lantern Corps, and that's why
Guy Gardner was ever on the ends with the entire Green Lantern Corps. So because he was always
so that's something people were curious about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to get Mavericks opinion because I know he's our Green Lantern guy. So I just want to make sure.
Paul's right. It was really cool to see kind of how they're setting it up, but how you like. I expected the very end to be like, ring on, suit up. Like, and then as the issue is they also missed a part in the trailer. Is throughout the trailer they should have been doing the Lantern's oath.
I was going to say that's what they were missing too.
Yes,
you show the even if you don't show who's behind the glove with the ring, sticking it into the lantern and saying the oath,
Yes. Or even just at the very end, like Green Lantern's light, and just have it shine, and then it comes across as like lanterns. They didn't give us anything, so I 100% agree with Paul on that.
And I do hope that I know that some people like all the different color lanterns and stuff they have now, but I think that kind of convoluted everything.
It really did.
I want them to
spectrum is so bad. It's so raw.
Yeah, red is for anger, and this is for that, and this is for that, and this is for that. Stop it. Yeah.
The worst part is like with the emotional spectrum, you have like the one-offs, like you have the Sinestro Corps, which is just the yellow lantern, and it's Sinestro, and he can do that. The red is rage and anger, and then you have like the orange lantern, which is just one dude who got the ring and is like a fucking hobbit. He's like Golem, just hiding off on a fucking jungle planet, killing things that get close to his precious. You're like, what the fuck is that, man?
Now you remember they could have gone worse. I don't know if you remember what the original weakness of the original lantern was.
Wood, right?
Wood. So
wood.
If you had a baseball bat, you could beat them.
Yes, absolutely.
You could Louisville Slugger the guy to death.
I mean, I think with enough force, I could probably Louisville Slugger the guy to death, even if he had the ring on. He wasn't weak to wood.
I was trying. Paul mentions that now I think, but I think I might actually have one of those old school lantern comics in my collection. There, I think I have one when Solomon Grundy came.
Probably.
It's the original lantern because he gets a tree thrown on him and he gets powered out.
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah,
that's so dumb.
I'm sure it's in my collection there.
I got my power ring. I got a pencil, motherfucker.
I got a pen. I was just thinking of the Joker scene in like The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
it's just like
I want to see me make the pencil disappear. Yeah,
right. The lantern's dead from it.
I was gonna do something very similar. I was like, it's gonna be the scene in John Wick, but it's just the lanterns are no problem. I have a pencil.
I mean, it is yellow.
Jesus Christ.
No.
All right, y'all. I forgot about the lantern thing. I wanted to get Maverick's opinion on that. We covered Pokemon last week, so I don't have anything with that because there's nothing really else to put in with that yet. I mean, I'm sad to say that I won't see you all again for a while. Stay happy. You could reach out, as I said, you can reach out to us. We have stuff going on the next 2 months anyway, so you'll have videos. You can always reach out to us. We have it all earlier on, oddcastmedia@gmail.com, at oddcastn, at what an oddcast, at cerebral paul. Go find one, go check us out. And Paul's going to keep doing stuff. He's even going to be at PAX later this month from when we're recording.
Yep.
So you might see him at PAX rolling around. Just stay out of his way because he'll run you over.
Damn
He
straight.
told me in confidence, and I'm telling you.
Get him.
He's wanted for murder in multiple states. So if you all stay out.
And if Mike and Anthony here want to get together behind Jared's back and do some stuff.
Send a message.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a
Awesome.
twist, folks?
Right. We come back, it's more successful. Jokey logs out for the first time. You're like, what the fuck
I'd be
happened?
so pissed.
You were off for 2 months. It just takes off. We're all in multi-million-dollar. We all got multi-million-dollar sponsors and all this shit. And Jared's just sitting there twiddling his thumbs, like, I was gone for 6 weeks, guys. What the fuck happened in 6 weeks?
And our response will be, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah, right. Like, Jared, right from the before time, right?
The door cages. Yeah. I remember
Yeah,
that.
Sorry, I have a fight with Mike Tyson coming up. I can't talk with you.
You got a rematch with Mike Tyson in 6 weeks. You got you had the match lost and have a rematch with him. Just Jared goes dark for 2 days and everything changes.
I'm older, so for me, I'm pushing 60. It'll be Logan Paul coming up for me. So I got you, babe. Yeah.
So, you all
Listen, I still
remember,
think you can take him, Paul. I'm 100% with that broken jaw he's got. I think you could take him. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, gosh.
well, everyone. hopefully we've been able to bring you some laughs. Hopefully, we'll see you when we come back. But always remember, folks, to stay odd, stay happy. And what is stay odd? I'll give you a refresher to end out the show. That means to just always be yourself. Fuck everyone else. Enjoy what you're going to enjoy because life's too short to give a shit. So just always be yourself. Stay odd, stay happy, and we'll see you when we come back. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, gentlemen, it's been real. It's been fun, and it actually has been real fun. So,
It was pretty fun.
Be on the
See you guys.
flippity flip.
Flippity flip, bye, guys.